Hi, my name is Elias and I'm a first-year graphic design major at RIT. Today I'm going to be talking about choosing a college far from home. I'll be mentioning my RIT story, my own experiences traveling, what it's like to travel for the first time, and homesickness and how to manage it. I've always known I wanted graphic design to be my career, and RIT stood out to me because of how prestigious and well-known their graphic design program is. In addition, RIT is a very career-focused school, which is something that I personally valued very highly in my college search. Even though I hadn't gotten a chance to visit the campus in person yet, I had taken online tours and I had attended online info sessions to learn more about RIT. Now personally, I'm from North Carolina, meaning that I'm an 11 hours drive away from home. And that was an extremely scary thought for me, especially when it was my first real time being away from home. I think it really hit me that I was seriously moving away when I started physically packing my things to leave. The drive up to Rochester from North Carolina is 11 hours, so it's pretty long. But as soon as I started to see those New York State signs, and then I started to see the signs for Rochester, and then signs for RIT, and then seeing the campus in person for the first time, a wave of excitement just hit me. I flew home and back for both Thanksgiving and winter break. And it was the first time I had ever had to navigate the airports, car rides, and tickets, all by myself. It was a daunting experience, but even just my second time flying home and back, it felt like normal and it was so much easier than the first time. The Rochester Airport, also known as ROC, is much smaller than RDU, which is the Raleigh airport that I land in and then drive home from. Additionally, remember that there are people who work for the airport that have the specific job of helping you navigate the airport, so you can always ask them for help. There are tons of other RIT students going through security the same time as you, waiting at the terminal for the same flight you are, which is a reminder that you aren't alone in the process. When I flew home by myself for Thanksgiving break, my guess is that most of the other RIT students on the plane were also flying by themselves for the first time. Leaving for college is such an exciting feeling because it is one big adventure. You get so many more freedoms than you did in high school, so many more opportunities, and so many new experiences. However, one thing that can happen when living far from home is the feeling of being homesick. Feeling homesick doesn't necessarily mean missing your family. It can be a bunch of different things, like missing familiar sights, sounds, people, schedules, routines, etc. During orientation week at RIT, which is held the week before classes start, where only freshmen are on campus, there was so much going on, so many new experiences, and so many new people that I was meeting, that honestly, there was hardly any time to be homesick. I still get homesick from time to time, but as I've been at RIT more, it has started to become my home away from home, and I feel homesick so much less. One important thing to note is that while it may feel scary at times because you don't have the same safety net and comfort of your parents, family, or close friends, it is very important to realize that you aren't alone in being far from home. For example, students that have family nearby might go home for a 3-day weekend during holidays like Labor Day, and it can seem lonely during those times because you aren't able to drive a few hours and get picked up and go home. But there are a ton of students on campus who are going through the exact same situation as you. In my personal experience, everyone is even more friendly than usual when they know that everyone else on campus is in the same situation as them. Also, it's a great opportunity to make friends with people you haven't met before and talk to people and find out where you're both from. Managing homesickness is much simpler than you might think it is. I think the number one thing you should do is before you come to college, set up a communication schedule with your parents, family, or friends so you can stay in touch with each other while also respecting each other's time. Make sure everybody's clear on how often you want to talk, how long you want to talk, etc. Also, recognize and remember that feeling homesick is completely normal and only temporary. In addition, you can always visit counseling and psychological services. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. I hope you learned something, and I hope this helps your overall experience with RIT. Go Tigers!